Alright. Hi everyone. Well, you know it's late. I've been trying not to do late videos. However, I had some business that I had to get done. Um, but I'm making a point, to still come on. So I wanted to come on and just tell you, man, push. Push, push, push. Even when you're like, oh, I'm exhausted, I'm tired and everything. Nope. Still push no matter what. So, if I could just say one thing for today, because remember, I was telling you guys yesterday about like it's here, God is blessing us, it's beyond blessing. And I had sent my text out this morning, and it was basically in walk in the know. Well, our no is faith. We walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7, right? So we really, really have to truly know it. Know it. That's the walk in the know. Walk in the know. We walk by faith. The know. The know is that Jesus has us all. He's going to fix it. He's going to do it. And not to get caught up on that when I know for me a while ago, it was like I walk by faith. I always was thinking that it was going to be a financial thing, and that's not always what it is. That when you walk by faith, it's the faith that knowing God will fix everything, knowing that God is who He is. He sits high and look low, and that everything He needs within His will, He will do. He's going to make sure it manifests. It will. It's going to happen, right? So that's where the walk by faith is for me now. I totally view it different because the finances are here. The finances are beyond blessed. I look at finances totally different than how I did because I was afraid and scared at one point. Sorry, guys, because my computer and everything is moving as I move. Um, of like not having at one point, like, oh, I'm going to have not have, and I won't be able to afford this, and I'm not going to have it. That is such a lie, and that's where the enemy would like to keep your head bottled and your mind be at, and you want to live like this facade that you have things going. This was me, that I was having things going, and things were going, good on the outside. If people looking in, they can say, oh, she got a man, she got this car, she got this house, she got this and everything. And now it's like I had to really pray on it and talk with God, because those material things, they disintegrate. They go, you know what people don't see is that, like, you be so busy trying to keep up this facade that you'll pay the material outside looking in bills so that people can think you got it made, where everything in the house is crumbling and going all kinds of every way, right? So when you step out on faith and you just keep in with God and His Word, He literally fixes everything, and it starts with your mental thinking of it. And that's where are you walking by faith, that I can fix it all, that you don't necessarily need the material things. Not saying that God won't give them to you and that He won't bless you with them, because He does. However, where's your mind at? Are you well taking care of the things that need to be taken care of? Because He can bless you with $1 million a day right now. But will you be happy? Will you be leading and being in assignment that He needs you to be in? Will you be serving? Will you be trusting? Or will you be so big headed and want to keep up with a facade, or keep up with where people think you have it, that you will let that money just either ruin you, ruin your family, ruin you? So when we ask for God to bless us, and it's true, we do. I ask about finances. I mostly say, God, give me wisdom. Give me wisdom for all. Give me knowledge. Give me understanding. And this was in my text this morning too. But Lord, when you give me that, Give it to me how you see fit, and open me up, because he will give us all that. But I need him to open me up for how he gives me the wisdom on how to do the finances, because I don't want him to bless me with the finances and don't give me the wisdom on how to handle the finances. How do I now utilize this money? Because we can have money and then we'll see things and we'll go to what we see. We'll have people come in our lives and then, how can I say this? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just say it right out. Manipulate, or we will want to people please. When more importantly, God then blessed us with this money to go out to do assignment and fulfill the promise he needs us to fill. Because see, we look at the God is going to fulfill a promise in us, that we just look at it, oh, he's going to give me this money, I can do whatever I want with it. No, that's not true. Everything he needs us to do is all in the assignment, in the instructions. So there's instructions with the assignment. So yes, you can pray for the finances and everything, but are you going to utilize them in the right manner of what he needs them to be done? Because it's not about you. Remember that everything that God needs us to do is for, the generations to come. We're leaving a legacy for our children and our grandchildren to come and see that this is what mom fought so hard for. This is where mom was walking by faith, and this is what she was doing. So when they see you down on your feet, down on your knees, and they see you praying hard, and they see you getting up and staying up late at night, or they see you up early in the morning and you're on business calls nonstop, and if you're, still going out to the job you're going into with all that's going on around you, but you just trust God that he is working it all out for you. This is what you're leaving, because trust me, people are looking. And it starts within our homes. Sometimes you think they're not paying you any attention, but I guarantee you they are. And you want them to know, my mom was walking by some strong faith. I want my children to know that. And this isn't to big up my head or anything, but I want them to see the fruits of my labor. And that's going to start with them seeing that my mom was in it hard. My mom was in it hard. My daughter literally watches some of how I do things, and she know my mom goes at it. I go at it for them. I need to go at it. I trust God that he's opening me up for a whole lot of opportunities, that if my mind wasn't together, if I wasn't together for him, man, I don't know where I would be. I don't know where I would be. And I can't go into that. But I know where I am now, and I'm just so grateful. So everything that he's been given to me, I thank him for. I thank him for opening up my mind. I thank him for him just telling me, if you come into me, I have it all out for you. That I'm going to work it all out for you. And I love the fact that he teaches me to sit down and just trust me that I'm working for you, to relax, that you can work hard. But did you check on your children today? Did you talk with them? Did you communicate with them? Because don't be so caught up in like, oh God, I'm communing with you, I want to be in you and I want to be with you. He will tell you, no, it's you are in me. I am with you everywhere you go. You can focus on your children because they are the legacy that you're leaving this to. I need them to see me in you. So go and communicate with your family, your children, your spouse. Let them see it. And don't have it in your head of how you want the conversation to go. Let God take over it. My children, and especially now with COVID and everything going on, the communications are a little bit different now. So if you knock on your kid's door after you come in from work, or you're up on the phone and you're out doing this, and you're like, well, how's your day going? What you do all day? And you're excited and you just want to do it, and they're like, ugh. It's, don't take it like a personal thing, like you just did anything. That's how they communicate now. And then I find out when I just let it go, my children come knock on my door. Well, my door stays open for them at night, no matter what. I sleep with my door open. And they'll just come, sit on the bed, and we'll talk and communicate. That doesn't stop me from knocking on the door, checking on them. I will do that. But I also let it be open for them. Where it's like, God, you teaching me how to communicate. So if I ask him to teach me how to communicate, you don't think he's going to teach them how to communicate? Yes, he will. When I tell you, walking in faith and walking in the trust of God, I wouldn't trade it. I walk in the know, and I know that my Lord and Savior has brought me his man. I'm so grateful. Literally, my Savior, He has saved me. He has not brought me this far to leave me. So when I had spoke to you guys a while ago about like faith without works is dead, have your faith and keep your faith and walk in the faith, walk in the know, and walk with Him, because you want to feed it with His word. You want to feed it with Him in your communication with Him. You want to feed it with your trust. But when you go and you say, God, your will, send everything that you need me to have, He does tell you, you can come to Him and ask. He knows what's best for you. He's not a man that He will sit there and say, okay, no, it's my will. You're asking me to bless you with this, but no, I don't want this. He knows exactly how to give it to you and when to give it to you, and when, you know, basically, where is your heart? Where's your posture? Where is, oh Jesus, where are you at? Is it where you're open and you're honest, and you really in seeking Him? Or are you still coming to Him where it's like, okay, I am doing my best, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but you still have like a little bit of selfishness in you, or a little bit of not real faith. Because let me tell you how God works. The minute you come into Him, you surrender to Him, He pours down the blessings. But we got to be in the right kind of posture. We got to be in line with Him. You got to be willing to know you can come to Him and have everything it is in Him. But your heart and everything has to be right. You can trust in that. Your heart needs to be right with Him. He's going to open up doors for you. He's a man, He's a gentleman. He opens them up. But He's only going to open them doors up when you are aligned in the truth of obedience, submitting yourself to Him, listening to Him, and doing your part. And your part really is, let's see, I'll tell you my part was obeying. Yeah, I had to obey. And how about you? Don't live in, you know, the craziness of, it's like, God, I'm doing this, so what are you gonna do? No, He's always doing, but He needs to know that you are aligned with Him. That's why I wanted to put my thing for, who are you seeking? Are you still seeking self, or are you seeking Him? Because when you say, God, your will be done, let me tell you where He leaves to us. He does leave free will, right? And that's where we can kind of struggle. Because it's free, right? It's free will. So you can either do or you don't do. So that's one thing he gives to us. I know for me, I'm like, God, I want to do your will. Thank you for showing me every day how to do your will. How to do your will. Will I sit here and lie to you and tell you I do it perfectly? No. But I thank him so much that he gets me right back on up. And he says, no, okay, now you do it like this. Do it like this. And I thank him because it's like an amazing thing. I seen a lot of difference today of how he had to teach me how to handle myself today. I had a crazy thing come up with, you know, my soon to be ex-husband, and I knew that I had to go into prayer. And this is why you cannot get caught up on reactions and wanting to. I thank him so much that he has changed my talk. And not just the talk, the walk. He has changed that. Don't act like that, because you want to know what that does for you when you walk in that kind of reaction mode. You lose sight of what needs to be done. Look at it. That anything that you're going through is literally a lesson that you gotta grow in. Don't look at it like I had I had someone tell me you act totally different now. You're and this is nobody but God. I don't want to fall into a situation of wanting to react, or I don't even know how to explain it. It's like God will change you. I'm a living witness of it. He will change you. Because a lot of the times, it's not, you'll make a big deal of something that's literally a splinter, and you think it's a whole tree. No. You gotta really let things go. You do. And if it's bothering you, you need to pray. And you need to follow the instructions for you to grow and let it go. Don't be wanting to argue back. It what does it justify? What does it accomplish? And at first it used to bother me. It's like, because it's like, I want to say and state my claim and speak my mind. No, I'd rather have peace. I know God's going to work it out. So be proactive. Keep your mouth closed. Ask God, okay, you need me to learn something in this. So God, you have me learn what you need me to learn. And I thank you for it. And don't just be wanting to say it to just be saying it. No, mean it, so he can show you how to handle everything. Because I have my faith that I know everything is worked out, that beyond even what I asked him for, what I pray for, what I seek him for. And you know what I seek him for? Him. So if I'm just seeking him for him, don't you think he's going to pour everything down into you? I love him. He's so wonderful. Amazing. I'm just grateful that he's a great instructor. So you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll be back on tomorrow. I love you. Bye now.